Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hell Yeah podcast. This is episode 10. So in this episode, we're gonna do a giveaway, $100. Let's go. I got the little cheer. Look. All you have to do is tag 3 people on this episode and comment done, and we'll get you entered to win the $100. So y'all participate, okay? And today we have some awesome guests. We have Tiffany, your go-to agent, and we have Allison, our office manager. She she's on today too.
Yes.
It's a heavy girl power podcast episode.
Yes.
Yeah. How are y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Fantastic.
I'm good. Thank you for coming in, Tiffany.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we talked about it for a little while and we're making it happen.
Yes.
And you fit perfect to this what we're doing, the Hell Yeah podcast, roofing and stuff, because you're a realtor. So introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit about you.
So I am Tiffany, your go-to agent. I'm actually our Texas Real Estate is where my broker is. The broker
That's the
that
broker?
holds my license. I have been doing this in December will be 11 years.
December.
Yeah.
What day in December? Because your birthday's the 10th.
The 10th.
Yeah.
Because we share a birthday.
Yeah.
I think it was like the December 8th is when I actually got my license. It was right before my birthday.
Nice.
So it was a good
Birthday present. That's what I was asking. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So you've been doing it for a while, right? How's that been?
Good.
It's good.
Every deal is different.
Yeah.
I learn something new every single deal that I do.
It's a crazy industry. I wish I knew more about the industry, but that's why I like talking to people like you, because there's like small questions I have. I was like, how does that work and all that. So, but who's the broker that holds your license? You said
It's our Texas Real Estate.
our Texas. Is that like an online thing or is it local?
No, well, we have a local branch
Okay.
here, but it's actually based out of the Austin
I
area.
got you.
Like our actual broker is in the Austin area.
That's cool. And how long you been with them?
I moved back in November.
November. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I want to introduce Allison.
Hi.
Introduce yourself a little bit.
I'm the office manager here at the Roof Gurus. I work closely with everyone here, and I do invoice Tiffany when she helps us out here. So
I'll be like, hey, send this invoice.
Tiffany, money.
Money or the closing, what do you call it? The title companies.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Let's explain that. Let's dive into that process, how that works. Because I know I've helped you on a couple of deals. How does that go?
So a lot of times, everybody knows putting on a new roof can be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Not everybody has, that cash laying around, or sometimes, like I had one recently that they didn't have the homeowner's insurance
Yeah.
that would cover the price of the roof. And so we were able to bill it to closing, which means when we close on that house, the proceeds that the seller would have received,
Yeah.
out of those proceeds, we
Pay the whatever
paid the
they did.
roofer or the plumbing company or whatever needed to be paid, and then what was left was a check was sent over to the seller.
Yeah. And it's across the board, right? Any trade, whatever work gets done to the house.
Well, it depends. It
Depends.
depends on the company. Some
got you.
companies will allow us to bill it to closing. Some companies will
Oh,
not.
really? Like
Yeah.
the title companies? Oh.
Well, no, not the title companies will allow it. It's the different service providers.
Oh,
So
okay.
roofers, plumbers, electricians.
Oh, I got you. Like the people that are doing the work.
Yes. So sometimes they will allow us to bill it to closing.
I got
Sometimes
you.
they won't. And the reason why some won't is because if
I'm gonna skip
something-
this up. Sorry. A little
It's
bit.
okay. If something was to happen and the closing fell through,
Yes.
the buyers backed out, or whatever may happen and it fell through, sometimes those providers end up not getting paid, or they don't get paid on time
On
because
time.
it didn't close. Those sellers wouldn't have the money to pay it if
Yeah.
it doesn't close. So sometimes providers, they do not want
Yeah.
to bill it to closing because they're taking a risk by doing that.
That's true. So if it doesn't sell at all, you don't get paid at all?
No, as a realtor, no, we do not get
Just
paid.
kidding.
No.
No, but I'm saying as a trade, like us as roofers, I haven't even thought about that. I just trust. I was like, yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
sell it. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it happens.
Really?
I mean, there's been times where I've had, in the 11 years,
Yeah.
I've had clients that I've shown them houses. We've gone under contract. We've gone through inspections. And then they decide to not buy that specific house. And then they'll maybe decide they just don't want to buy right now at all, period.
Yeah.
and they move on, and then they decide, hey, never mind, we're not going to buy. And then I never get paid. So a lot of times, you know, I work for not for free,
Yeah.
but like I don't get paid till the very end at closing.
Till they buy or sell.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And my understanding is, I've always wondered, every broker or every realtor, like, it's commission based,
Yes.
and they're all different, or it's straight across the board.
So commissions are negotiable.
Okay,
They've
negotiable.
always been negotiable.
They have. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what?
I didn't know if it was like a set percentage or whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, there's not a
Because
set.
I hear a lot about like 3% to the seller, 3% to the buyer.
Well, they try to do
Okay.
that. So do used to. When we go to a listing appointment, we talk to the seller and say, hey,
Yeah.
you know, this is what I charge is 3%. We should probably offer the buying agent, whoever brings the buyers, we should offer that buying agent a certain percentage. There has been new, you know, rules and regulations that have gone into effect this last year. Sellers were feeling like, you know, they didn't have an option, or that commissions weren't negotiable, but they were. It's just sellers felt like they were stuck sometimes. So now what we're trying to move to, and legally what we all need to move to, is when we have a buyer and we're representing that buyer, within that contract, we ask the sellers to cover our commission as a buyer's agent.
Okay.
And the sellers can either say yes, or the sellers can go, no, I'm not going to pay 2% or 3%, but I'll do 2%.
Yeah.
So it's negotiable.
Negotiable. That's cool.
Along with closing cost help, or sometimes buyers want like a home warranty.
Yeah.
And those home warranty companies, you know, those warranties run anywhere from like $650 to $785, somewhere in there.
Yeah. For the warranty.
For 1 year home warranty.
Wow.
And so it depends on what the buyer's asking for, what they're needing. But now we are trying to put our commissions within that contract. So it's all negotiated back and forth.
Yeah. And then with you're probably familiar with that, right? Because whenever y'all moved to Indiana, right? How was that process? How important is it to have a good realtor? Because y'all didn't know anybody.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Actually, Kevin set up with a gentleman to show us houses when we flew here to look at houses, because we weren't gonna uproot our children and come here without a house. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in Indiana. That's not happening. So he got set up with a gentleman on Google, and then we came here, and he ghosted us.
Really?
He wouldn't text back. He wouldn't email. He didn't call.
After y'all got here?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
But we were, you know, thinking we had somebody. So I think Kevin went back on Google.
What's his name? No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, that was all Kevin. Sir and Matt.
You should have known me. That would have helped you.
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
But we did get a hold of a realtor named Avery Dixon, and she was phenomenal. Yeah. So now I know two beautiful, wonderful realtors, so I'm blessed.
Yeah. But how was the process like? I guess Kevin messed with most of that.
It was mostly Kevin. Yeah. I signed my life away.
Just went with it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're doing that? Me too.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit different here in Indiana, I believe. Our realtor in Indiana, it was just, I don't know. I just know it was a little bit different. The rules, laws are different.
It varies by state?
Yes.
Oh, got you. Is Texas easier to work with?
Well, this is the only place I've held a license for here in Texas. But I hear, like, I've spoken to some agents over in New Mexico, and it is very different. The way they do things, their paperwork is different.
So someone that sells in different states has to gain all that knowledge of everything. Huh? It's kind of like roofing,
When you test for your real estate license after you take all your classes, there's a national exam that you have to pass and a state.
Oh, okay.
So depending on which state you're in. And so like I could get a license over in New Mexico or close, like if I travel to Colorado a lot, there are agents out there that hold licenses in other states as well if they travel, because technically we're supposed to, if we're going to sell real estate in another area,
Yeah.
we should
Yeah.
know what that area is like, and
Yeah. The rules and regulations.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Yeah. That's awesome. How long does it take to get a real estate license?
It depends.
Depends. Okay.
Yeah, because you take the classes on your own, and
Like
so
online and all.
so
Okay.
like me, it took like, I think like 8 or 9 months.
Oh wow. So it does take a little while.
Little while.
You get a year to finish the schooling portion, correct?
Well, so after
Wait, you gotta go to school to be a realtor?
yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you have to take classes.
Wow.
Take
You have to
classes,
pass
pass the
boards.
test. Yeah. And after, so they've changed things a little bit. So now once you get your license, there's some other classes that are like called CAE classes.
Yeah.
You have to take those within, I think it's the first year, maybe 2. It wasn't like that when
Yeah.
I had to take them with them the first 2 years.
Yeah.
I had to take those extra classes to be able to withhold my license. And then now, every other year, I
Yeah.
have to take continuing education
That was my
classes.
next question. Is it something you have to
Yes.
keep up with?
So
Oh,
we're
okay.
we're constantly learning.
Yeah.
Like it's always
Evolving.
evolving, and things change. I mean, our documents, our paperwork changes.
Yeah.
They will add things, take things out. So we're always having to learn and keep up with all the changes
Yeah.
to be able to do, good for all of our, like, whether we're representing sellers or representing buyers.
Yeah.
We have to do good and keep up to date with all of those things to be able to represent our clients the most efficient way we can.
Yeah. What is the difference between representing a buyer and a seller?
Oh, it's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
Huge difference.
You got more leverage with the seller, correct?
No.
No? Same thing?
It just
Okay.
depends. So like with sellers, you talk with them, meet with them. We do I do
Yeah.
professional photos.
Okay.
Get their house listed. Get it on the market. I do show their house, like if I get a sign call,
Yeah.
and somebody's wanting to see it and they're not being represented by another agent, a buyer's agent, then I will go show the house. But my duty is to represent my sellers at that point. When you're representing buyers, it's a lot different because you're actually taking those buyers, you're showing them different houses. A lot of times I work with a lot of first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
So like to me, I don't feel like I'm in a sales position because the houses sell themselves.
That's true.
I feel like I'm more of a teacher,
Yeah.
because I am teaching them from the beginning to the end on, the process of buying a house and what it takes. I help get them approved through a lender because a lot of times they'll call me. They don't have an agent. They're not even approved yet.
Yeah.
And, it's different than buying a car.
Yeah.
You don't go house shopping and then go, hey, I like that one, so let's get approved.
That's what we do.
You're different though. But so honestly, like you want to get your buyers approved first.
Yeah.
That way, when they go looking house shopping and they like the one that they want,
They can actually make the offer.
we can
and
make
stuff.
an offer right then and there because now our like the market has changed. We're starting to see more multiple offers on one property.
Yeah.
And if your buyers are not approved yet, and
gonna
there's
lose it.
3 other offers coming in, then
Yeah.
your buyers are going to miss out because they're not approved and they
Yeah.
can't make an offer.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. But so then it's not even worth showing it if they're not pre-approved.
I don't typically show houses unless they're pre-approved.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Because you need to know what type of loan for the most part, right?
Then you need to know the type of loan.
What type of loans is
and
there
how
out there?
much they're approved for.
Yeah.
Because you may be showing somebody a $300,000 house, but they're only approved for $225,000.
Yeah.
So you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
You're wasting the seller's time, your time, the buyer's time. Which I've had that happen in my earlier days.
Yeah.
When I did go out and show houses just to anybody,
Yeah.
I was showing somebody like houses that were $400,000, and when it came down to it, we could only get them approved for $280,000.
Wow.
So I wasted a lot of time.
A lot of time.
But I learned.
But you're excited. You're like, let me go show.
Yeah.
It could be a deal.
Well, because you're trying to build your business.
Exactly.
There are so many real estate agents here in Amarillo.
It's crazy. It's almost like
Thousands.
roofers.
Yes.
They might be. I don't know. Is there more roofers or? Realtors.
There's probably more realtors.
You think so?
I don't know, but there are a lot of roofing companies too, though.
There is. It's a tough market, and Amarillo, so it's like a big, small city, so there's so much competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and everybody knows a realtor.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know them personally. You go to church with them. You know play baseball with them. It's everybody knows a real estate agent.
But every realtor offers something different, I'm guessing.
Yes, I
Right.
always think it's good to interview several realtors
Yeah.
because I mean, even me,
Yeah.
I'm kind-hearted and I'm laid back
Yeah.
but I'm not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, my personality doesn't fit everyone, so I think it's good and you know,
Yeah.
a good habit to get into if you are going to buy or sell a house, like interview several of us because there's a lot of us that are really great agents.
Yeah.
I mean, I work closely with agents all the time and I'm like, oh, they're my favorite. I love them.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do another deal with them again, you know? And then there's some out there that I hear stories and I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
you know, I'm too bad you weren't, you know, directed in a better direction at that point in time. So
Yeah. Did y'all have any issues with y'all besides the realtor not showing up?
No, she adapted because you guys know Kevin. He's very off the wall and thinks he's funny.
Yeah. He thinks he's funny.
it is funny.
But she adapted. But then she was also knew how to read me, so I didn't feel out of place with her. And then she didn't make Kevin feel like he was too much or you know whatever. I mean, it's huge on being able to read people because, like you said, not everyone is for everyone.
You as a homeowner, what's something that the first thing you look at when you're looking for like a home? How was your experience with that? Because it's usually the wife, right? The ladies that are the picky ones.
Well, there's some men out there that are pretty picky too.
So Kevin and I, like I said, because we were only here for a week.
Looking at houses?
Looking at houses.
How many did y'all look at?
Oh,
do you remember?
Oof.
A lot.
Because we did a lot of open houses on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
Or that Sunday we were here. I think we went to like 8 open houses.
Wow.
Just the two of us. But before we came here, Kevin and I kind of sat down and we are like, this is what we need. This is cool, but it's acceptable if we don't have it type thing. And Kevin, his thing, and you know Kevin, this is the dollar amount, not a penny over.
Yeah.
We ended up going over, but that was his thing is not a penny over.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's hard. And then why do realtors do showings on Sundays? Is there like a
the
specific
open houses?
Open houses, yeah.
I think because Sundays are more, you know, like the relaxed family day.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't have to work on Sundays, so that seems to be the better day
You
of
get the most traction.
week where you get more traffic coming in on those open houses. Now, I have tried like open houses on a Thursday evening, especially in the summer when there's not schools not going on and you don't have a lot of athletic programs that are going on.
Yeah.
And Thursday evenings tend to work too.
Yeah.
We've tried Wednesdays before, but there's a lot of people that go to church on Wednesday evenings. So yeah, Sundays seem to be Sunday afternoons.
The best. Yeah, I always see that on Sundays. I was like, man, I just want to chill. That's my chill day. But I guess it's not for everybody, right? Yeah.
To go back to your question about one thing that was different between Indiana and Texas when we were buying, we sold our house in 3 days. We put it on the market. Our house was sold in 3 days.
Really?
It sold while we were here.
Oh, wow.
And then Avery told us that around here, the market moves a lot slower.
Yeah.
I guess that in Indiana, just houses are in more demand.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
we got a lot more than what it was worth.
You did?
That's good.
Yeah.
What is the market like right now here? Is
the
it picking up?
The market has picked up. Yeah. I think so. During COVID, you know, the interest rates were really low, and so lots of people were buying because that was a great time to buy. But you know, everybody had to do something because we were in the middle of a pandemic, and we didn't want people to be afraid to buy houses, so they lowered all the rates and. You know, and there were multiple. I mean, I had one listing. I think we had 9 offers on one listing within the first week.
That's crazy.
That's how quickly houses were moving during that time.
Yeah.
Interest rates, I mean, they were like a 3.8, 4.1.
Yeah.
They were pretty low. I think there was even some even lower than that, like a 3.1.
What are they at right now?
Yesterday when I looked, they were around 6.
6.
I saw last week like a 5.8. The interest rates, they go
Yeah,
up, go
up and
down
down.
every day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And then what? I know there's different kinds of loans. Which one's the easiest to work with?
definitely probably conventional.
Conventional loans.
Because so most people finance FHA.
Yeah.
Because FHA, you have a cheaper down payment. It's only
Mhm.
3.5% when it's an FHA loan. So the buyer doesn't have to come up with so much money to put down. But FHA, those houses have to meet a specific standard for the FHA guidelines.
That's when they're more picky and
Yes,
stuff.
so like no broken windows. There can't
Chipped
be
paint.
chipped paint.
Yeah.
And so, but like I said, the majority of people use FHA financing. Conventional financing, you can have more than one conventional loan. The house doesn't have to meet certain criteria.
I got you.
You can buy something that is.
Is that what most like investors use?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
they do cash or
Yeah.
So, in conventional, now your down payments are higher with conventional. They range anywhere from like 6% to 10% sometimes. So, or 20. I've seen some that still make people put 20 down, but I don't see it very often.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
now like homeowners that, have a home and then they're selling their first time home and they're upgrading to something bigger, they have more of money, equity in that home, so they have a lot of money to put down. That's usually when we see them using a conventional loan because they have
So much
equity to be able to put down on the next home. So
That's smart.
yeah.
I feel like that'd be easiest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do talk to a lot of people and like they gotta fix like the little stuff with those FHA loans, I think.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lot of hassle. Do you have any crazy stories to where like how often do deals fall apart? Is that
They can
they
fall
do?
apart. And I mean, you have to think about it. The sellers, the buyers, the buying agent, the selling agent,
Yeah.
like we're all in it to close. Like we want it to close. We all want it to close. But, I had a deal that recently fell through because when a buyer goes under contract, when we go under contract and the contract is actually executed, within that contract we put how many option days we want, right? Yeah. And during those option days we do inspections. The buyers can hire inspectors and do inspections. And we
Do you help with that too?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I send out like an email that tells them congratulations. We just we're under contract. You have a 10-day option period, and then I send a list of inspectors.
So they gotta get with you to get on that list.
Yes.
Inspectors.
Well, no, I send like the list of all the inspectors in Amarillo, and then I also will let my buyers know within that email. Here's, these 5 inspectors that have done a good job in the past.
Yeah.
But I give my clients the option to choose whatever inspector they want to use. I do not choose their inspector for them.
Can you or no?
You shouldn't.
Okay,
I advise against it.
Yeah.
I do not
let
choose
them pick it.
Because if something was to go wrong and I chose that inspector, then my clients are going to be mad at me and frustrated at me because the inspector didn't do a good job, but I'm the one that chose it for him.
I got you. So you don't want to do that.
I do not.
But with roofing, the same thing. It's kind of the same thing.
Well, and with roofing,
you gotta trust them. Yeah.
Hey, the roof gurus, they put on my roof. They did a great job. Yeah. They put on these clients' roof. They did a great job. I can recommend. Yeah. But I'm not gonna choose for them.
Yeah. I guess
what company.
I guess that's with us where we have to be like extra. Well, we always try to be extra careful and do good quality work and all that stuff. Stick to our core values, but especially with relationships like you with like realtors, insurance agents, you want to take extra care of them, because we know we're not just doing it for the homeowner. We're kind of representing you too.
Right.
So it puts that pressure on us.
Definitely. Yeah, because I don't want to recommend you and then something mess up. Then they're like, great.
And we're not perfect. Sometimes things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like we just had a crazy story. One of our guys ran over a mailbox.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And the homeowner called us. Mailbox was down and we had it on. We had a brand new mailbox the next day, and it was all with a brick and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of how you respond to whatever mistakes you make. I think that's a big thing that that we're good at, right? And then we have an office manager. She's on top of it. Hey, invoice this, invoice that, and 5 minutes, she's like done. That's crazy.
Well, you know, we're all human.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we all can make mistakes.
Yeah.
Like no one is perfect, you know. But I think what you said, it's how you handle those mistakes, how you
Yes.
fix it, how you make it right with that customer.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
what's important.
Yeah.
So
Accountability is huge.
Yes, yeah. What's been the? I know you've been on the podcast. What, second one or third one?
This is my second.
But you were on episode 2.
Yes.
2. From there, you had barely started too. What's been the biggest change for you with us?
I get stuff accomplished faster now. I'm more confident in what I do.
You learned the books, the QuickBooks and stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't know before, right?
I worked with QuickBooks,
Yeah.
but I didn't personally enter things into QuickBooks.
Yeah.
So that is something I did learn, and I feel a little bit more because when I first started, I would double, triple check because I was petrified I was going to mess up something for everybody, and
Yeah.
the weight of the world's on me, and I'm the one that's no bueno.
Yeah.
But now I'm a little bit more confident in myself. I still double, triple check because I feel like everyone should,
Yeah.
no matter how comfortable you are in your role, you
Yeah.
should still make sure you're doing your job up to par.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit more confident
Comfortable.
now. Yeah.
And Allison, like, she built like the systems that we're doing to where you want to know where a cent is, you go look here, and you know where everything's going. It's crazy.
see, that's perfect.
If it would have been me at first, it was me doing that at first. I was so stressed, doing all the numbers and stuff. Now I know where to go. Boom, I can know by cent where my money's at. It's crazy. So I appreciate that. You're doing
you.
awesome.
No, I do. I wanted to say for you, because when you ask me questions, it kind of like gasses me up because it's like, Pedro, it's right here.
Yeah, for real, that's crazy.
That's nice though, to be able to walk in there and go, "Hey," and she's like, "Here you go."
And there's so much that goes into it. So there's some little mistakes she makes, like a number or a receipt, but it's so much going on to where it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
But that's why we gotta audit and do things like that. Yeah. But I want to thank you. You've been doing great.
Thank you.
And I appreciate your hard work.
Thank you.
yeah.
I appreciate you having me.
We like having you here too.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then with I had another question. If a homeowner is trying to sell like within the next 12 months, what's the first step they need to take? Or let's say 6 months.
Like just steps like before they put it on
Yeah.
the market. I usually go in and look at the house. I look at it.
Yeah.
See if it's, not every homeowner is the same. So there may be some homeowners that keep their house very tidy,
Yeah.
and there's some that not so much. And so, but it's the way you handle it and carry yourself
Yeah.
and your communication. So if I have a homeowner that has a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
For instance, I say, okay, guys, let's go ahead and start packing. It's okay to have boxes in your garage stacked,
Yeah.
but let's start packing because less is more, So let's get all this stuff off the top of your counters in your kitchen because you want buyers to walk in and be able to see those countertops. You want to get stuff out of your closets. You want, because a lot of houses have big closets or quite a bit of storage, but as homeowners, we fill it up, right? We cram it packed full.
Yeah.
And so I will open up closets and say, okay, let's get this out,
Yeah.
get it packed up, leave a little bit where it looks more livable
Yeah.
and staged. But yeah, so I go in, I do that. And then once we're past that point, and like if I walk into a house and the walls are like a red
Yeah.
or blue or,
You gotta paint.
I'm like, okay, so paint is reasonable. Paint is not expensive
Yeah.
if you do it yourself.
Yeah.
And so I'll say, okay, let's do some neutral colors. Of course, everybody right now still leans towards those grays and
Gray,
the whites.
Yeah.
Where I'm starting to see more of a slide over to the more earth tones.
Oh, really?
The creams and like the wood grain, and
Yeah.
so I'm excited about that because to me I feel like it's more warming
Yeah.
and more inviting. Me personally,
Yeah.
everybody's different.
Everybody's
though.
different, yeah.
And so I will recommend paint, or if there's carpet that needs to be cleaned, or carpet's easy to replace too.
Yeah, because they gotta. the buyers have to go look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want buyers to go look, and you don't want buyers to be disappointed, And so I do that kind of stuff first. I'll walk around the outside,
Yeah.
especially if they're wanting to market to FHA buyers,
Yeah.
and make sure there's not peeling paint. And I try to look at the things that I know will probably need to be fixed, and I point those out to the seller.
Yeah.
Some sellers, you know, they don't
care.
have the money and they want to sell as is.
That's when the investors come in.
Right. And so I'm like, okay, well, we can sell it as is, but you may not make this, as much off of it as what you would like.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be able to market it to FHA buyers because this, and this needs to be fixed. And if you're not willing to fix it, So I think as a realtor, you need to be honest with your clients. And, I have sellers that'll say, I think my house is worth, 300,000.
Yeah.
But when I run numbers, I'm coming in a little lower than that. And so sellers, I work for them.
Yeah.
And so if they want me to list it for 300,000, I'll look at them and say, okay,
Yeah.
I'll list it for that much. If we get feedback that it's too high, or if it sits and we don't get any showings for several weeks, then we've got it listed too high.
Too high, yeah.
So I tell them up front, I'm honest.
You got to be honest with them.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're wasting your time and their time.
Yeah.
And
well,
some homeowners do, like, they're hard-headed.
They can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
But I mean, you've lived in that home. You've made it your home. You've done updates on that home. You as a homeowner, you feel like your home is worth.
I feel like a lot of homeowners have that emotional value to them, to where they think it's
exactly
worth more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but as an agent, communication is key. It's big, and you have to be a good communicator to make a good agent. I think so.
That's so true. But I want to jump more right into like us helping realtors, like roofers, right? We're in the Hell Yeah podcast. We do inspections for realtors. We send them photo reports. We let them know if the roof is damaged, if it's not. But because I see this a lot. The roof is damaged. Say it has hail damage, right? But it's under contract. Well, insurance pays for hail damage.
Right.
A lot of times people want to just pay out of like at closing instead of doing the whole insurance process because it takes so long. But my question is, why? Have you had that happen?
I haven't.
Most
of the time, they either use their insurance. Yeah. Now, recently, you did a roof for one of my sellers. Yeah. But he did not have homeowners. See,
like that's understandable, right? Pay at closing. But it's crazy to me how you're willing to give up $20,000 at closing instead of trying to go through the insurance process for them to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Unless they're worried it's going to cause their insurance premiums to go up.
Maybe.
Because
with the new house, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy to me. But how do you benefit from a roofing company as a realtor?
Well, because when we're in the middle of that option period, 7 days, 10 days, that's what I typically see on contracts. You only have those 7 days to get your inspections done. Yeah. And it's extremely nice, like for me and you. Yeah. If I can call you guys and you're like, okay, I'll get by there tomorrow. I'll get by there this afternoon.
So time.
Yeah. Like it's important because if I have a roofer that's like, oh, dude, like
I'm busy.
I can't get by till next week. That doesn't help me, And so it is extremely nice to be able to have the relationship we have. And I know, okay, I can call roof.
You have someone there tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah. And that's nice.
Yeah.
Because we need an answer. We need to know if that roof is going to be good or if it's bad because we only have those 7 or 10 days to negotiate repairs. And if it needs a new roof, we need to know it needs a new roof.
Yeah. And I feel like the inspectors and the roofing companies do a different inspection. And that's why I try to tell people they look for like holes in the roof or like flashing or like ripped shingles and stuff, right?
Exposed nails.
Yes, like that. Yeah. But with us, we look more for like, is it insurable? Like, like if a homeowner, my main thing that I look for is I go look at a roofer realtor. I want to tell them that, hey, whoever buys this house can get insurance on it. If they can't, then I'll be like, it probably needs to get fixed, right? Yeah. But inspectors and roofers, I feel like we look more for like hail and wind damage to be able to help replace it if needed. To where realtors just look at, I mean, realtors, inspectors look at little stuff like that, like flashings, caulking, things like that. So it's good to know all that, so we
It
can
is
let you
good.
know. And there's been some to where we look at them, we're like, the roof looks good. Like I
Yeah.
just looked at one for you. I was like, it
Yeah.
looks fine.
But it came back on the inspection report bad
Yeah.
because it had exposed
It's
nails
nails,
and
like little stuff.
flashing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but I've learned too by talking to inspectors, they legally they have to follow a it's like an app, and within that app they have to go through and mark every single thing,
Yeah.
whether it's good, unknown, or deficient.
Yeah.
And so when they're up there looking at that roof,
Yeah.
they're having to look if there's exposed
Exposed
nails.
nails.
They're having to look at the flashing.
Yeah.
They're like those are all the things
Yeah.
they're having to legally look for.
Yes.
So
And that's what we do. We call it like a roof tune-up. You go
Mm-hmm.
reseal everything, caulk all the nails. Sometimes nails are popping, so we hammer them back down, caulk
Yeah.
them, and all that stuff. So it's awesome. It's awesome having those relationships and being able to do that for people. Like the one you just sold. It's awesome picking up the check at the title company. I was
Yeah.
like, yes. But
Yeah.
sometimes you do have to wait a lot.
Yes.
I was gonna go back to that question. If like I'm waiting on a roof right now, their closing got canceled, right?
Ooh.
What happens then? Do I need to put a lien on this house? That's my question.
So if their closing got canceled, typically
You wait till another buyer
Well,
comes through.
you can wait till
Uh-huh.
another buyer comes through.
Yeah.
Or you can try to see if they'll go ahead and file it with their insurance. But I don't know how
No,
that
it
works.
wasn't-
It's
yeah.
too late at
Yeah.
that point, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to file with insurance first before the work is done.
Yes, to let them know to see
Yeah.
if it's paid for.
Man, you'll have to wait till the next closing comes
Wow,
through
okay.
when they get that money, or
Eat it.
if it doesn't ever sell,
Yeah.
6 months down the road you still haven't gotten paid, then maybe I
Just
would
a
look,
lien, so when it does
look
sell, you
into
get paid.
yeah,
Okay. So
or
that's
maybe
good.
look into a lien. That's an attorney question.
Yeah. I've always wondered
Yeah.
because I never really thought about it. I just always trusted everybody that we help.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
like-
thank God, knock
Yeah.
on wood,
Yeah.
that has not happened in one of my house sales.
It's just good to know now.
All of my providers get paid,
Yeah.
at the end. They
Yeah.
have.
What's the quickest turnaround that you've had on a house?
Cash deals.
Cash deals?
Cash deals.
Yeah.
You can. I've had a cash deal close in 4 days. So cash deals can close quick. Because you don't have to deal. And I'm not saying this ugly by all means, because there's lenders out there that are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But you don't have to deal with the lending process of going through underwriting and everything being approved. And typically it's at least 28 to 30 days at
Wow.
least if they're using a lender for everything to go through. But when someone has cash, you just have to wait for the title company
Close.
to get back the commitment and do all of their paperwork to be able to close. So.
People don't understand like how much goes into things, right?
Oh yeah.
Obviously,
So
you'll make
much.
more money if you do like a sell to a lender, right? Or cash bid.
No,
Same?
it's the same. My money is negotiated at the beginning in
okay.
that contract. So
Yeah, because with us, like if I go do your roof, you pay me, we're done. Cool, it's gonna be cheaper. But homeowners don't understand when you work with the insurance, you're having to wait for the second check. You're having to meet the insurance guy. You're having to supplement jobs. You're having to do all these other things. Involve Allison to be checking on insurance. She has to get paid. Our operations manager, right? But they don't understand. They think a cash bid and going through insurance is kind of the same thing. It's not.
no, it's not.
You're not getting paid for like 2 months. A cash bid, I do the roof, you pay me, and we're done. So I kind of thought that's how it worked with real estate.
Well, with lenders, by the time that closing date is here and they're ready, usually it's table funded. A lot of
gotcha.
times, most lenders nowadays are table funding.
Yeah.
Now, I did have to wait on, the one that you did the roof on for us. We had to wait I think it was 3 days before the wiring came through from that buyer's lender.
Oh, okay.
That's the longest one I've ever had to wait on though.
Yeah.
So
That's
but
cool.
there was just a little hiccup here and there at the lender, and
Yeah.
sometimes it happens, but we're not waiting months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we wait a long time on.
Mm-hmm.
We've been working on one for like 6 months.
Oh wow.
The ones that go to mortgage. Take the
Mortgage
longest.
companies too. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. What do you recommend someone to get into real estate? Be a realtor?
I mean, I love it. I think it's. I mean, I went into real estate because I love houses and I love people.
Yeah.
And before this, I was in teaching, and
Oh, you
so
taught?
yeah, I taught
Cool.
pre-K like at a Christian private school
Really?
in Chicago, and so I like the teaching aspect of it. But then I also, it was before I had my daughter, and so I knew that my spouse worked out was a conductor for the railroad
Yeah.
at the time, and we knew one of us needed to be more available, flexible
Yeah.
when we had a baby for sicknesses and doctor's appointments and stuff. So I decided to go into real estate then.
Yeah.
And I'm also flexible enough that I homeschool our daughter. She's 8
That's
now.
awesome. Yeah.
And so it's, I think that
The flexibility
with real estate is really good. The hard part of real estate is building your business.
That was my next question.
That like I rely off of friends, family, referrals.
So how you market yourself, it's very important too.
Yeah, it's very important.
We talk about that a lot. Yeah.
Now I need to do better. I need to be like you.
We need to do some videos. Like funny videos or something.
Yeah.
Together. That'd be dope.
Stand out.
I'm a little camera shy sometimes, so it's that marketing part for me is
It's hard.
is hard.
I just try to do stupid things to catch people's attention.
Right, but your videos are funny. I
Some
love
of them are funny. Some
They're
of them
funny.
we try. So your page is what? Your
Tiffany, your go-to agent.
you're on Facebook. How do people get a hold of you?
I have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Oh, you're on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok,
Okay.
but I don't post very many videos on there.
Yeah.
I need to do better.
Yeah.
There's a lot of agents out there that are posting some pretty funny stuff.
Is there here in town?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I haven't seen
And
them.
I'll watch theirs and I'm like, man, they look so good and they're so
look so
funny.
What are you doing right now for marketing? Just referrals?
Facebook and referrals. Yeah.
Facebook is powerful.
It is.
If you use it properly.
It is very powerful.
What my question is like, what motivates you to keep trying? Because it's a hard industry, being commission based and stuff. And I asked that because we have sales guys, right? And they're commission based. So I see what they go through, what they think, how they feel. What motivates you to keep going?
Well, those paydays.
Right, a fat check.
Paydays are nice.
I tell them, I was like, wait till you get a $10,000 check. You want to keep going.
Yeah.
But you got to get there.
You got to get there.
part.
Those paydays are nice. And I, before that working, because I even worked in doctor's offices and, I would have to be there by 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And, for $12, $15 an hour was the most I had ever made.
Yeah.
And, when you sit back and you realize like how much life you've spent just sitting at a desk all day.
Don't say that because she's going to want to leave.
No, but
That's
she
why we
does a
keep it fun.
fantastic job.
We keep it fun.
And hopefully you pay her what she's worth,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. I'm going to take care of her.
But a lot of these other companies out there don't.
Yeah.
That they just pay what they need to pay to get by, and they don't take care of their employees like they should. And so when you step back and you realize that, that's what helps keep me in real estate is and there's some months that I may not have a closing, and then the next month I have 4.
Yeah. And it makes it up.
Yeah. And so I step back and I'm like, okay, well, I got to put a little bit back because I may not have one next month.
You can't rely on it.
Yeah.
But this is what I get that a lot. So people say, well, I want a steady income, right? Mm-hmm. Especially when they come into sales, they're scared to go into, right? I was like, well, if you work at the bank and you go at 8 to 5, you're working, right? A lot. You're going to get paid. If you constantly work, you're going to get paid.
Got to hustle.
There's no reason why you're not going to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But it scares people. I get it. And going back to the working in an office and stuff, that's why me as a business owner, I try to keep it fun, different to where they want to come to work, I know she sees it a lot. We're it's like a family, huh? Mm-hmm. They call her mom.
I love it.
Just little but the overall picture, you got to take care of your employees and stuff. So that's very important.
I think it's very important.
Yeah. So what's the vision? What's your next steps? What's the vision for Tiffany the next year or two?
I'm always
Hustle?
building.
Cool.
Always building my business.
How can we help you?
Send me referrals.
Referrals, people that want houses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I even send out, like, if I know where that referral came from,
Yeah.
I send out referral gifts as well.
Okay.
So just to say thank you, like if you were to send me a buyer, when they close on their house, then I immediately, when I get paid,
Yeah.
I go get a gift
Something.
and send
Yeah.
a thank you note.
Kind of like
and-
what we do.
Yeah.
Referral checks,
Yep.
gifts, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to do that. But so just referrals, I guess.
referrals, and then I stay in touch. I mean, every client that I have becomes my friend.
Yeah. I
I
add them on Facebook.
yeah, I add them on Facebook. I stay in touch. I try to anyway.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes, you know, things are beyond my control.
Yeah.
You know, like if inspections go bad or
Yeah.
something, and then they have to blame somebody.
Yeah.
So
And it's always you.
sometimes I still
Yep.
get the blame for things, even though I'm not the one that picked the inspector, or I'm not the one that advised you not to do this or not
Yeah.
to, you know. So
Yeah.
it's real estate's hard.
It is hard.
It's tough. It's cutthroat. You
Yeah.
know, like there's
Yeah, you gotta be a killer. There's so many realtors.
yep. You gotta be careful, and there's agents out there that, you know, they can go and steal your client away quick, easy. Me, I can't sleep at night if I do something like that. But
We gotta get you a thinner skin so you can go
thicker,
whoop
yeah.
it. Thicker,
I need to
sorry,
be thicker.
thicker.
But I mean, you experience that with
Yeah.
other roofing companies.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's rough.
No, and that's why. Yeah, it is. I don't want to go into all that.
But I do feel like having that positive, I mean, in either industry, roofing or
Real estate.
real estate. I said a stroke, sorry. I having that positive attitude
Yeah.
and the goals that you want to achieve kind of help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goals. I always tell people, like, write down your goals and set goals, because once you reach one, you're like, dang, I can actually do this. I want to keep going. Yeah. Where can people call you? Do you have a business phone?
My phone is 806
Okay.
206 6202.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
3 digits.
3 digits. That's awesome. Well, thank you for coming in, Tiffany. Anything else you want to throw out there? Any events coming up? Any showings you got? Nothing?
No,
Okay.
I have a listing, but it went under contract
Oh, it did?
within the first like 10 days.
Wow.
Yeah, they're moving fast.
Yeah.
So just get pre-approved. It's important.
Yeah.
Get pre-approved before you start those houses. That way you can put in an offer. Because if
Yeah.
you don't, and interview realtors, you know,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of us out there that are fantastic. We love to help you, work with you, but, you know, we may not be all over social media everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of good ones
Yeah.
out there.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Allison, for jumping on the pod.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you for watching another episode. Remember, y'all can watch these on YouTube, listen to them on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and our Facebook. And if you know someone that's looking for a house to buy, sell, reach out to Tiffany. Your Facebook's what they always
Tiffany, your go-to
Tiffany,
agent.
your go-to agent on Facebook, and then she dropped her number, so reach out to her. And we are doing a $100 giveaway on this episode. It'll come out tomorrow, Friday afternoon. Tag 3 people and comment done, and that'll get you in our drawing. So good luck,